I stole this water bottle. Not exactly from a store. You can tell I didn't just today go to Target and take this thing off a shelf, right? Are they going to sell this? No. I didn't take it from my brother or something or scam someone on the internet. I actually took this from a coworker and a friend of mine back at home. Howie just mentioned I'm from DeKalb, Illinois. Me and my coworker work at a kids gymnastics facility. So we're coaches. We're basically working out the whole time because kids are learning how to do handstands, cartwheels, and even backflips. And when they're learning, they mean they can't do it by themselves. So we're basically making them do the whole thing, and I'm doing a bicep curl, telling you to straighten your arms and all this stuff, and I get tired. So we bring our water bottles. One day, my coworker Michael brings this water bottle into work, sets it down right before the meeting, and it rattles a little bit. And it caught my ear. It kind of reminded me of a water bottle I used to have. Same exact type of water bottle, actually. Same Takaya brand. It was pretty scratched up. And it just reminded me of how mine used to rattle too. I lost it maybe a year before this. And whole time during the beginning of our shift, we're going through our meeting, hearing our responsibilities and stuff, and I just can't seem to take my eyes off of this water bottle that he sat down. I'm starting to recognize, like, yeah, you know what? Mine used to have some scratches along the sides too. Like, I like going to the gym, and I live on the west side of Iowa City, so on the way to the gym last year, I would drag it across the cement bridge or the wall that kept the cars from killing you as they drove by. Yeah, and even the way it rattled reminded me of how mine rattled because me and my roommate last year spiked this thing on the ground because we were just dumb kids. And even that line across the middle halfway through, I remember drawing that with my mechanical pencil with the metal tip in Calculus 2. Even those dents on the sides, I feel like mine had the same ones. I feel like the water bottle I used to have had the same ones. I would grab it, and it fit my fingers perfectly when I drank it. This is my water bottle. So now he looks away. He goes to start setting up his stations for the kids, and I walk over and I grab it. What do I do? So I put it down. He doesn't see. I go to my coworker. I'm like, dude, Michael has my water bottle. You see how he's got the line and it rattles and the scratches? And look at my fingers. It fits. And he's like, all right, dude, I get it. That's your water bottle. What are you going to do? What am I going to do? I'm not going to just go talk to him because what if I go talk to him and he's like, well, no, that's my water bottle. I've had it for some time, da-da-da. Or maybe he did just find what is my water bottle in like the lost and found or something. And he's like, well, I'm not going to admit that I stole it from you or that I just found some crappy water bottle. So ultimately, I don't think he's going to give it back to me if I just go ask. And all I want is just to get the thing back. So me and my coworker are thinking, and I'm like, I kind of just want to take it. I kind of just want it back. But I'm not a thief. I don't know how to steal. I don't want to steal anything from anyone. I don't do that. But I had a really good idea. Like how I mentioned I'm in a gymnastics place. Kids are coming in all the time. They're exercising. And they lose their water bottles all the time because it's not strapped to them. And they're busy like being upside down. So they lose track of their water bottles every day. Hundreds of kids coming in and out all the time. So there's a trash can that we have, the lost and found, up to my hip, this wide around, full of Awalas, Stanleys, Gatorade bottles, kitty cups, everything. And it's filled to the top. I don't even have to bend down like it's a big dog or anything. So I just toss it in there. His eyes are going to scan right over it because there's just another water bottle in the pile of them. And eventually, his short-term memory fails him. He forgets he ever had it. At the very end of the shift, when he's on the other side of the gym, I grab it, get back in my car, drive back to Iowa City, and I'm home free. Got my water bottle. I washed it like 8 times because he's been drinking out of it. Like at the shift that I took it from him, I was walking out and I poured it all out. It's like the water he was drinking, so gross saliva in there and all that stuff. And been using it since. I'm good. Here it is in Iowa City. Story's over. Or so I thought. Until maybe a month ago. GroupMe on my phone, the app that we use to message each other for my gym. Michael. Hey, dude, our coworkers are saying you stole my water bottle. Crap. No, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I know it wasn't good to take it from you, but hear me out. This is really my water bottle. You see, I could send you a video explaining how every last scratch and dent in the way it wobbles and everything, like why it's all there, it's mine. Maybe you had a similar one in the past and you lost it, and then you found mine sometime along the way and thought it was yours, so you've been using it, but I assure you it is still mine, and I've been using it. Please don't be upset with me. Like, friends, he responds pretty quick. No, dude, that's still my water bottle. Ugh. No, we're going back and forth, and I'm like, well, how do you explain how the scratches got there and the dents on the bottom? How'd those get there? I have stories. I threw it on the ground. I scratched it against the cement. He's like, I don't know, dude, just common scratches, I guess. Common dent spots. No. What about the very obvious line drawn halfway across? Water can't just do that in the washer. Oh no, dude, erosion's weird. What about, why does it fit perfectly in my fingers? What is going on? Like, why can't you see this is just mine? There's a mix-up. And then the whole time I find myself on the phone calling my mom. I'm telling her all this stuff, and she's getting mad too. And I'm like, what do I do? He won't get it. Like, he just won't accept that it might be mine. Like, it's in Iowa City. We're a state away. I'm from Illinois. And then eventually my dad pitches in, and my mom hands him the phone. He's like, Benny, why is this crappy water bottle such a source of contention for you? Yeah, right. Why do I care so much about this water bottle? Like, actually, let's critically think for a moment. Why do I really care about this thing? This metal container that holds water that I could use to go to the gym or bring around day to day. I don't. I have a nice Awala now that I use. I don't even find myself using this anymore. Why do I care about this? What was I arguing about? Why do I care? Well, the memories. I like going to the gym, and the scratches reminded me of all the times I had in freshman year and the times that I had with my roommate, and we threw it on the ground, and how it felt like it was personal to me because I could fit it in my hands and the line that I drew in class, and that was all good. So that's what I cared about, I realized. It was the memories, not this thing. And let's say I do give it back to him. He's not taking those times away from me. He's just taking this. So my dad made me see reason, and I was like, you know what? Let me text Michael. Yeah, Michael, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry I took your water bottle. I'm so sorry. Like, I just thought it was mine. How silly of me. Can we still be cool? Like, I'll bring it back over the summer, and it'll be good. I'll buy you another one if it makes you uncomfortable that I drank from it. Da, da, da. And then we start laughing about it, and everything's cool now, and we're hopefully still friends. I haven't seen him since, so that might be weird when I finally get back. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, you took that. And my manager's going to be watching. That might be weird. But I didn't just lose what's obviously my water bottle from this entire story. I also took back with me a couple lessons. Not to steal, and to quote another phrase that my dad said to me in the time of that call that made me see reason, and I hold this phrase near and dear all the time. I hold it today. I think about it all the time. To take the high road because there's less traffic up there. Thank you.